Hey everyone! In today's video, I'm sharing 20 upcoming games dropping in 2024 and 2025 for both PC and consoles. Just a quick note, this isn't a ranking list, so they're not in any particular order, but all of them deserve a mention. And if you enjoy the content, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel to help me grow. First up on the list, we've got Hell Is Us. Hell Is Us is shaping up to be a unique blend of intense combat and exploration. Set in a semi-open world where you're left to your instincts to uncover secrets. Currently in development using Unreal Engine 5 and set for release in 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC, the game throws you into a civil war-torn region dealing with a supernatural calamity. You'll be fighting terrifying creatures that aren't fazed by modern weapons, which is where your trusty sword and drone come in handy. Combat is a mix of old-school brutality and strategy. You'll be wielding swords, spears, and axes, crafted specifically to deal with the supernatural horrors that roam the land. These creatures aren't just mindless beasts. Learning how to fight them and when to use your drone could mean the difference between life and death. Moving up next, we have Phantom Blade Zero. Phantom Blade Zero is shaping up to be a serious contender for action game fans. Think Ninja Gaiden Black vibes, but with a unique twist. You're not playing the slow, methodical Sekiro game here. You play as Soul, switching between dual short swords and a katana like a pro. And the weapon swapping is super smooth. It's not just about switching your playstyle, but also keeping your stamina up so you can keep pounding on your enemies. There's no time to chill. This game is relentless in the best way. Visually, Phantom Blade Zero is rocking this China punk aesthetic. Traditional mythos meets modern punk. It's powered by Unreal Engine 5 and looks amazing so far. As for platforms, it's coming to PlayStation 5 and PC, but no word on a release date yet. Up next, we have Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. If you're a fan of the original Lost in Random, you're in for a treat. Thunderful Games is back with this roguelite action-adventure that dives even deeper into that twisted, eerie world we love. This time, you're playing as Alexandra, aka the Queen of Random, and you're stuck inside the Eternal Die. Alongside your trusty die companion Fortune, you'll be fighting through randomly generated realms full of weird, colorful creatures, giant board games, and wild twists. The art style is on point, and each realm is like a crazy funhouse you'll want to dive back into. It's got that same quirky, creepy charm. No release date just yet, but it's coming to PlayStation 5 and PC, so keep an eye out for this one. If you're into roguelites, this game is definitely one to roll the dice on. Next on the list, we have Batman Arkham Shadow. Many gamers understandably felt a rush of excitement when they heard that a new Batman Arkham game was in development, followed quickly by disappointment after learning that it would be a VR game exclusive to the Meta Quest 3. VR has been in our lives for the better part of a decade now, and not even a full-blown Half-Life game could get core gamers interested. So what hope does Batman have? That's ultimately for the market to decide. But what is clear is that Batman Arkham Shadow is a real game, not a 90-minute tech demo like Rocksteady's 2016 Batman Arkham VR was, even though it was quite enjoyable. Camouflage Studios, known for Iron Man VR, promises a substantial experience with Arkham Shadow, set to release this October. You'll perform familiar mechanics from the Arkham series in VR, including sneaking up on enemies, executing punch and counter moves, throwing batarangs, grappling up to ledges, activating detective mode, and much more. It's a lot of what makes the Arkham series fun, but now you're physically involved in the actions with your hands. Next up, we have Wreckfest 2. Wreckfest 2 picks up where the original left off, diving deeper into the world of destruction-filled racing. Developed by Bugbear Entertainment and powered by the ROMU engine, this sequel promises even more realistic crashes and a beefed-up physics system that will have you wrecking cars in the most satisfying way possible. It stays true to its roots with an emphasis on vehicle customization and brutal demolition racing. Customization has been enhanced, letting you fine-tune your old, beaten-up rides to your exact liking. You can now throw your own personality into the mix with an improved customization tool. Plus, local split-screen support means you can enjoy some intense races with friends right from your couch. The multiplayer aspect has also been refined with skill-based matchmaking, along with smoother races and new tournaments offering unique rewards. The career mode has been overhauled as well, ensuring plenty of replayability as you strive to become the top racer. The addition of mod support means you can add even more madness to the game through the Steam Workshop. The game will launch on platforms including PlayStation 5, Xbox, and Microsoft Windows, though an official release date hasn't been announced yet. Up next, we have Nightmare House Reimagined. Nightmare House Reimagined is a revival of the cult indie horror series, bringing a fresh layer of terror to an already haunting legacy. For those unfamiliar, the original Nightmare House started as a Half-Life 2 horror mod and made a mark with its eerie atmosphere and heart-pounding moments. Now, with Nightmare House Reimagined, the developers have taken the concept from the first game and turned it into a full-fledged experience. This time around, the devs at We Create Stuff have focused entirely on the house from the original Nightmare House. But instead of the small-scale horror of before, they've expanded it into a full-length game with new rooms, puzzles, and enough hidden lore to keep you looking over your shoulder for hours. The atmosphere is more intense, with moody lighting and creepy sound design setting the tone for a haunting adventure. There's no confirmed release date yet, but it's coming to Windows. Fans of classic survival horror will want to keep an eye on this one. Moving up next, we have New World Aeternum. New World Aeternum is Amazon's refreshed take on their popular MMO New World, bringing the game to consoles for the first time. Set to release on October 15th, 2024, this enhanced version will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. It includes all the content from the original PC release, plus new features that aim to make the experience even more engaging. This version introduces large-scale PvP zones, a 10-player raid, revamped solo trials, new character archetypes, and a reworked dialogue system. Whether you're playing alone or teaming up with others, Aeternum is now fully designed for cross-platform play, making the island's supernatural battles more accessible to everyone. For existing PC players, all the new content is included at no extra cost, while newcomers on consoles will experience a fully optimized version built with features like aim assist and controller support. Whether you're into gathering resources, crafting, or engaging in action-packed battles, New World Aeternum offers hundreds of hours of immersive gameplay across platforms. Next on the list, we have Acts of Blood. Acts of Blood is a gritty action game that puts you in the shoes of Hendra, a law student seeking vengeance after his family is murdered by a rival of his father. Set in the city of Bandung, the game focuses on Hendra's journey to bring down the powerful group behind the attack, bypassing a corrupt legal system that refuses to help. In this game, you'll be taking down waves of enemies using a mix of brutal hand-to-hand combat, melee weapons, and firearms. From bone-crushing moves to devastating finishers, the combat system is fast-paced and designed to be as intense as possible. You'll have a variety of weapons at your disposal, ranging from bats and knives to pistols and rifles, making each fight bloody and satisfying. For players who are into raw, visceral action, Acts of Blood is definitely a game to keep on your radar. Moving forward, we have Decadent. Decadent is a first-person shooter that blends story-driven exploration, Lovecraftian horror, and atmospheric gameplay to create an immersive experience like no other. You play as John Lorne, a royal explorer turned occultist, who becomes the host of a mysterious parasite following a failed experiment. On a final journey to the Arctic, you follow the trail of a lost expedition from Miskatonic University, where your sanity and courage are tested by ancient, otherworldly horrors. The gameplay promises visceral, fast-paced combat with a mix of 1920s firearms and strange occult or alien weapons you'll scavenge along the way. You'll also need to explore the weirds, pockets beyond time and space, where the risk of finding powerful artifacts is just as high as stumbling upon an unspeakable doom. Your exploration spans from sunless forests to frozen tundras, with each new discovery more dreadful than the last. Decadent will be available on PlayStation 5, Microsoft Windows, and Xbox, but no release date has been announced yet. Next up, we have Projekt Z Beyond Order. Projekt Z is currently in development using the Unity engine and drops players into a gripping World War II zombie survival experience. The game offers fast-paced missions and a free roam mode on a terrifying island overrun with the undead. Play solo or with friends in this intense first-person shooter, tackling fast-paced missions, or exploring the eerie island in free roam mode. Choose from 4 different survivors, each with their own abilities and unique role in co-op gameplay. Customize weapons crafting from blueprints and scavenging materials to make guns and melee weapons truly your own. You can also upgrade your character's skills, turning them into zombie-killing machines. Free roam mode lets you dive deeper into the island after missions, with more zombies, side quests, and loot to discover. Projekt Z is set to release on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. However, no official release date has been announced yet. Moving up next, we have Alkahest. Alkahest is a first-person medieval fantasy action RPG game currently in development for PC. Inspired by classics like Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, Dishonored, and Kingdom Come Deliverance, this game promises an immersive experience with a strong focus on dynamic combat, alchemy, and environmental interaction. In the Kingdom of Catanor, you take on the role of the youngest son of a minor lord, navigating a tense power struggle between 3 rival houses. As you explore castles, villages, and dense forests, you'll face challenges like goblin raids and make key decisions that influence your path. Combat is fast-paced and highly interactive, letting you chain attacks with environmental elements, whether it's crushing enemies with a falling tree or setting them on fire using your alchemical potions. Next up, we have Instinction. In Instinction, you play as Izzy, an ecologist who stumbles upon a hidden world deep in the Yucatan jungle, where dinosaurs still roam alongside a secret civilization. What starts as a simple trip turns into a fight for survival as Izzy uncovers her family's connection to this ancient valley. The game blends stunning, wide linear environments with a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and combat against prehistoric creatures. The visuals are breathtaking, and the dino-filled world is both beautiful and deadly. Gameplay focuses on survival, using stealth, melee, and ranged combat to stay ahead of terrifying dinosaurs. There's also a supernatural twist with unique abilities and environmental mechanics, giving you creative ways to handle enemies, from basic encounters to boss battles. Instinction is set to launch on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, though the official release date is still under wraps. Moving up next, we have Altarium. Altarium is an intense multiplayer horror game that throws you into a terrifying battle for survival. Play solo or with up to 5 players in either PvP or co-op modes. As a member of a bounty hunter team, you'll need to work together to stay alive, or you can step into the shoes of Luxazul, the powerful guardian of the Corian Jewel, hunting down those who dare enter your domain. With its eerie environments, strategic gameplay, and heart-pounding tension, every match is a fight to the finish. Built with Unreal Engine 5, Altarium delivers stunning visuals and smooth performance, making every moment more immersive. The game will also be updated regularly with new content, maps, characters, and gear, keeping the experience fresh. Whether you're trying to escape or hunting down survivors, Altarium guarantees a chilling and unforgettable experience. The game is set to release on Windows toward the end of 2024. Coming up next, we have the Defiant. The Defiant drops players into World War II-era China during the Japanese occupation, a conflict rarely explored in video games. With a Call of Duty vibe, the game blends action and stealth as you take on missions as part of the resistance. The recent trailer gives a glimpse of intense nighttime operations, offering cinematic gameplay that feels straight out of the era's major battles. Developed by Huthanes, the Defiant seeks to bring fresh attention to this underrepresented historical period. While still in development, the game has drawn comparisons to Call of Duty and Battlefield, aiming to carve its niche with a solid single-player experience. While some weapon choices raised eyebrows, the potential is there for a unique, immersive take on the Sino-Japanese conflict. Moving forward, we have Unknown Ninth Awakening. In Unknown Nine Awakening, You step into the shoes of Haruna, a young woman with the unique ability to tap into a mysterious parallel dimension called the Fold. As you navigate this hidden world, you'll uncover secrets that could change the course of history. But watch out, an enigmatic group known as the Ascendants is hot on your trail, eager to harness the Fold's power for their own agenda. Your journey takes you across diverse landscapes, from the sands of Mauritania to the jungles of India and the haunting beauty of 19th century Portugal. You'll learn to master the Fold, allowing you to control enemies, dodge attacks, and unleash powerful Umbric energy. With a rich narrative connecting multiple stories within the Unknown 9 universe, there's a lot to explore as you dive deep into this intriguing adventure. Next up, we have Life is Strange Double Exposure. Life is Strange Double Exposure reintroduces Max Caulfield in a gripping new mystery. Now a guest lecturer at a university far from Arcadia Bay, Max faces another tragedy when her friend Safi is murdered. Instead of rewinding time, Max now has the ability to shift between two timelines, one where Safi is alive and one where she's dead. This fresh approach adds complexity to the gameplay, as players solve puzzles by navigating between realities. The game shines visually with Unreal Engine 5's impressive environments and character details, though the camera controls can feel a bit clunky at times. The puzzle mechanics stand out, allowing players to impact both timelines by using objects from one reality to solve problems in the other. Fans of the series will appreciate the return of meaningful choices that shape the story, while new accessibility options, like content warnings and adjustable gameplay settings, make the experience more inclusive. Despite some minor navigation issues, Double Exposure delivers an engaging continuation of Max's story, with intriguing new powers and plenty of tough decisions. Up next, we have 2 Point Museum. 2 Point Museum puts you in charge of crafting the ultimate museum experience. As the curator, your job is to send a team of quirky experts on daring expeditions to find rare artifacts and build exciting exhibits. Meanwhile, you'll manage the museum's daily operations, ensuring everything from exhibit security to staff happiness is handled smoothly. Unlock new locations for your next adventure, bringing back treasures that will captivate waves of curious visitors. The game also challenges you to cater to different guest types, from dinosaur enthusiasts to horror seekers. You can design themed areas, set up guided tours, and maintain a clean and appealing environment to meet their needs. The more you impress them, the more donations you'll earn, and the better your museum's reputation will become. Balancing exhibit quality, guest satisfaction, and museum upkeep makes 2 Point Museum a fun blend of creativity and strategy. The game is set to launch on February 27, 2025, for platforms including PlayStation 5, Microsoft Windows, Linux, Xbox Series XS, and Mac operating systems. Next on the list, we have God Save Birmingham. God Save Birmingham puts you in a zombie apocalypse set in the 14th century Birmingham, England. This early access version focuses on a sandbox mode that covers a small part of the town. When the game officially launches, the full town will be available along with a campaign mode to complete the experience. A strange plague has turned people into monsters, making cities dangerous places. You are one of the last survivors in Birmingham, fighting against the undead with only your skills to protect yourself. Gather supplies, craft tools and weapons, and hunt for food and water while avoiding the horde. Use physics-based mechanics to escape tricky situations, like barricading doors or jumping low fences. Explore a detailed 14th century Birmingham, visiting markets and historic sites. The game is being developed using Unreal Engine 5, but there's no official release date yet. Moving up next, we have Retrieval. Retrieval puts you in the shoes of Hannah Loche, commander of a research team on a distant planet. This cinematic horror game features stunning visuals, thanks to NVIDIA's Resteer technology and Unreal Engine 5. The latest trailer, revealed at the Future Games show at Gamescom, showcases Hannah's harrowing journey through subway tunnels after a crash leaves her badly injured. As she navigates this torn-apart world, you'll encounter a mix of allies and enemies that heighten the tension. Developed by industry veterans with experience from top studios, Retrieval aims to be a new horror classic. The game is expected to release in 2026. And finally, we have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero puts you in the heart of epic battles in this exciting arena fighter. After diving back into the Tenkaichi series, nostalgia hits hard as you unleash powerful combos and rapid teleports while battling foes. The game introduces fresh mechanics and an engaging story mode that promises to bring back the excitement of controlling iconic characters from the Dragon Ball universe. You'll have a blast in custom battles, where you can create and share your unique fight scenarios with options for cutscenes and rules. Episode battles allow for multiple outcomes, giving you the chance to change the course of classic fights. The tournament mode adds even more variety with different rules and formats. The game is set to launch this month on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, and it looks like a thrilling revival of the beloved franchise. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when I upload new content. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And check out these other videos you might like. See you in the next one.